you're going to come for me, honey, at least come correct. Can I at least get that courtesy? Really? Like you want to sit here, you say with such absolution, right? You're so positive that I'm a hypocrite, and you're so positive that if I hate cheaters, then how am I with a cheater?
Welcome back to another week of Access Hollywood's Housewives Nightcap, and we are bringing back one of our favorite Jersey girls this week because we have so much to discuss. So welcome back, Jennifer Aydin.
Hi guys, happy to be here.
We're happy to have you, and can we take a moment for the scenery? I mean,
try to make it look pretty for you.
Jen, we were so excited to have Jersey come back. I'm from Jersey, so I always love my Jersey girls. And you guys, the first episode was like a bang. It was like, I remember my jaw was dropped. It was just a lot, but it also was particularly hard.
Same.
Yeah, it was not tame, but it was really hard for you. How are you doing since it aired?
You know what? I've kind of been trying to stay low key and just concentrate on the things that are good in my life. I do have some friends and family reaching out because when they're watching it, they think I'm reliving it right as they're watching it. And they call me up like, are you okay? Do you need anything? And I'm like, look, like I was processing at that point. Like, unfortunately, the cameras were there to catch it all. I mean, maybe not unfortunately for the show, but for me. And I decided there was really only one way I could handle it. Just letting it all hang out, letting it all. It's like, you know what? You want to do this to me? Well, I'm going to show you how much pain this is causing me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or give you a pass. Like, this hurt my feelings. I'm hurt. I'm struggling. And I'm going to let everybody know it because I don't care ultimately what people think. Right. So if I feel like I actually think that crying is a sign of bravery. I feel like someone who's able to cry in front of people just basically tells them, like, I don't care what you think of me because I'm crying. I'm going to cry anyway. So, and for me, crying is a form of release. It's like I'm getting something out of me, and then like I could take a deep breath and calm down, and then I could crack a joke 5 minutes later. So sometimes that's just my way of processing my emotion.
Which, I mean, I feel like is such
normal.
It's normal. Like, that's what I do. And I know, like, last night's episode, people were like, Jennifer, kind of get over it. The way that it was brought up, were you expecting this at all? Because as a viewer, we were like, wait, what? Like, what?
It felt like you were blindsided, but we don't know were you?
Absolutely. I went in there thinking, you know what? Okay, Margaret didn't invite me to her pride party. Okay. I must have ruffled a little feather or two. I'm going to go in there. I know they don't really like me, but I'm going to, maybe crack some jokes and maybe say like, what can we do to make this better? Like, what can I do? Or maybe you could tell me what it is I did exactly so that I could fix it. And of course, you guys all saw, they snubbed me. It's like, didn't anyone ever teach you manners? Like, where are your manners? I haven't seen you in a while. And like, I think it's nice to say hello to people, to greet people. Like, even if you're having a thing with someone, like, listen, can't we just keep it cordial? Can't we just take one for the team and not try to bring our differences? And I was ready to speak to all of them one-on-one. I started with Jackie, and then I went to Margaret, and like, I don't know what you saw, but I saw her coming over to me very smug. I don't think that she was really interested in me and Jackie making up. I think she likes it that me and Jackie are not friends, or at least at the time. And when she came over to me, I didn't think it was going to go that way at all. And I really feel that she couldn't wait to drop that tea. I mean, like, she wants to say that like I pushed her and pushed her and pushed her. Like, I came in to that party happy. So I don't know what I said at that party to push her. I think really I pissed her off at reunion. I think that's true. And I think she wanted to get me back. And, because, like all of a sudden you know about this affair, and you're using it because you're pissed off. You're probably thinking like, who does this girl think she is, coming into like, she's my predecessor, right? So I'm the new girl. She's coming in with her 5 kids and her mansion and her white picket fence and showing everybody that her life is one way. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you that it's not. And, I don't understand what the point of bringing that up. She knew that I knew. It wasn't because I was being hypocritical. I mean, there were times last year when Jackie was going through something similar, even though it was just a rumor. There were
Right.
times where I thought, like, should I open up to them? Should I tell them what happened to me? And then I thought, no, that's so selfish of me. Like, I'm going to talk about this and make it story for what? For a story? No, my kids. My kids are
Your
ultimately the ones
kids.
that are going to
Yeah.
be hurt. And it's like, I'm not here to protect Bill.
Right.
He's a mistake. But
Right.
I will protect my children. That I will do. And if that
I
means
understand.
like, if that means like protecting their father, then that's what I'm going to do.
Now, with this out there, how has that affected you and Bill?
I think he is feeling like it's almost like reliving it. So he is feeling the guilt of his infidelity. He is living the guilt of me having to endure this publicly. And he's been, really trying, really trying. He's been romantic and, like I'm a woman. So of course I'm going to welcome those gestures. And of course it was Valentine's Day this weekend. So, love is in the air. We're planning a trip with the kids and another family member with their kids. So we're excited about that. We're planning our summer. We're just talking about the good things and trying not to concentrate on all the bad.
You brought up that you thought about talking about the affair last season. Joining Real Housewives of New Jersey, did you think like, okay, I'm gonna have to tell this at some point because that's just kind of how the show works?
So I thought that joining the show, that this secret may come out, but I wasn't going to forego something that I wanted based on a mistake that he made. Okay. And I already gave him a pass. Okay. He should be grateful for that. Press your luck here and ask me not to join the show. So we kind of discussed it, and it obviously we spoke about the circumstances. Like, I feel like he was under the impression that I would deny it if it ever came up. And maybe I would have if we didn't live what we had lived last season with Jackie. I mean, when Teresa brought this rumor to the show, and even though she didn't believe it, it was a rumor that she heard. And she got so much backlash for not having any proof and trying to destroy family or whatever people were saying. I didn't think Margaret would come to the table with something like this unless she had proof. So when she brought it out, I'm like, okay, I can either deny it and her whip out proof that's going to prove I'm a liar, or I can own it and just say, you know what, it was a long time ago. We worked through it and we're ultimately happy. So to each his own. So yes, of course, I thought it could be a possibility if it came up on the show. Obviously, I was banking on otherwise. But since she brought it up, you know what? I am going to talk about it.
Jen, this is not funny, but I'm laughing only because I for some reason, I always thought I just thought like maybe Jen knew this might come up, but like your response to her in that moment, it's not funny because obviously it's really upsetting, but the way you react so quickly, you're like, it wasn't like you just like decided I'm going to be honest in that moment. It was really courageous. I give you so many props for that.
I mean, if you're going to come for me, honey, at least come correct. Can I at least get that courtesy? Really? Like, you want to sit here, you say with such absolution, right? You're so positive that I'm a hypocrite, and you're so positive that if I hate cheaters, then how am I with a cheater? I don't believe once a cheater, always a cheater. If I did, then I would believe that Margaret cheats on Joe, and I don't. I believe people make mistakes. I believe people live and learn. She knew I knew this. This was an attempt to push me off the pedestal that she thinks I put myself on. That's right. Like, she wanted to get me back, and she did. And I realized that I didn't want to fight like that anymore.
Now, you're not the only person that I feel like not Margaret's going after, but Margaret's questioning. She's also
Margaret's going after. You said it, girl. Own it.
But she's also questioning Teresa and Louis and their relationship. And I know you're close with Teresa and Louis. Like, you guys like go on double dates a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you guys are cute.
Is there any validation to Margaret's questioning of him, or like, what do you think about it all?
I mean, listen, everybody's entitled to have questions, right? But if your friend, somebody that you care that they're friends with you and you care about their friendship, is telling you, I don't want to talk about all of these negative things, I don't think it's that out of left field to be like, okay, you know what? You don't want to talk about it. That's important to you. And you being my friend is important to me. So, okay, let's not talk about it. Margaret kept pushing the issue. And it's like, just like Teresa said, she doesn't want anybody to break her love bubble. Like that's his past. She is his present and his future. She says that all the time. And when you meet Louis, you're going to know that like, we can't believe everything that the media says. I mean, there's a ton of things out there on Google. People spin things in order to support their narrative. Okay. If you watch the video, like the video was what? A self-help retreat? Who out there has gone to a self-help retreat and said to their instructor, you know what? I'm not going to repeat after you, actually. Nobody does that. Okay, you're on autopilot, you're listening to the person. There was clearly somebody behind the camera baiting him. And whatever he went there for, he was searching for something, searching for answers. And that was his past. Teresa is his present and future. So you know what? Margaret should just like leave them alone. She's happy. She's finally happy, right?
She does look really, really happy.
Very
so happy that she's getting happiness. Like, why are we so angry about it? Why do we have to rain on her parade?
Yeah. And do you know when there will be a wedding yet? Has she announced that yet?
No, I don't know any wedding plans. And you know me, I don't ask
Jennifer,
her.
no. Jennifer, you literally just did a little hair flip.
She's like, I don't know anything.
I don't know anything, but in reality I do, but I'm not gonna tell you guys.
Well, we're excited for it. Maybe.
I'm very excited for it.
I would imagine you would be invited. I would imagine, like, I feel like the whole cast, who do you think will be invited to the wedding?
All I will say about that is the whole cast will not be invited to the wedding.
I think that's safe to say. Wait, we really didn't talk about last night's episode. And I just quickly want to ask you about that because it really was very heated. Why do you think Dolores kind of got so hot in that moment? Do you think it had to do with the fact that she had just broken up with David the night before?
Well, listen, that was a very hard day for her. I mean, you see, she came in and like these high tops and her hair in a ponytail. And like, you know, she was just probably like not really in the mood to be there. I didn't know this at the time. So I didn't understand why she was blowing up. Like, I'm having a conversation with you in order to communicate so that we can come to some kind of understanding as to why is Jackie thinking this way. So if Jackie's really close with Margaret, and we all know that Dolores is close with Margaret, but then Jackie's telling me that Dolores may not be my friend. What is Jackie hearing from around the way through Dolores and Margaret that's making Jackie think this way? That's all. That's all. I just wanted to be clear and have a conversation. And then like all of a sudden it escalated and she flipped out. And I think honestly, she got into defense mode. I feel like she was trying to like, you know, she was pissed off, you know, even Margaret, she was like trying to tell Margaret, like, I'm friends with the both of you. And then even Margaret was like, you're better friends than me. And like, no matter what, she's literally saying, like, we have proof right here. She's literally saying you're better friends with her. And you want to sit there and say, I'm friends with the both of you. Like, I'm not going to be mad that you're better friends with Margaret than me. Guess what? I don't want to be your friend, actually.
That response was so funny though. Cause it's like when you call a friend and someone's
if that's the friendship you're going to give me, then maybe I don't need your friendship and it's okay. We're cool. Like, I don't wish anything bad towards her. I don't think I've ever said anything negative about her in my confessionals. I can't say the same for her about me, what she said in her confessionals about me. And that's been something I've struggled with through the years, but she told me something once, and I'll never forget it. She told me, Jennifer, when people show you who they are, believe them. And I never wanted people would tell me like, oh, Dolores may not say things. She claims to defend me and she does in real life. She really does defend me. And like, I love her. And I think, you know what? She loves me in real life. And she's sometimes a jerk to me on the show. But now I'm starting to realize that maybe she doesn't like me and it just appeases me for the show. So I don't know where we stand. I just know that some of the things I saw were really hurtful and hopefully we can, you know, try to work it out at reunion.
I feel like there's going to be a lot. It's only 3 episodes in, but the reunions are
every episode is like
every episode is so crazy, but that's why we love our Jersey.
There's going to be a lot at reunion. There's definitely going to be a lot. You all know I'm long-winded and I have a lot to say. So
yeah, I'm so happy we caught up with you, Jen.
And we're so happy that you're happy.
Yeah, we're happy.
You know what? I just want people to be happy. I just like, listen, try to find a way, whatever it is you need to do to find your happiness. There's no rhyme or reason. You have to do whatever it is you feel comfortable with. There are some women that have been DMing me saying like, I could never get over that. Well, that's your right. You don't have to
Yeah.
get over it if you're not. I'm truly over it. Like, I'm sorry if that bothers you, but not sorry. I really am over it. My husband and I have complete trust. You know, like he can go away with his friends. I can go away with my friends. We have 5 children together. That is not something you just give up on in the blink of an eye.
And you look great, Jen. Your nose
Yeah,
has
you
settled. You
No,
look
your
great.
nose looks great. I don't know how you're feeling about it.
Profile, I don't like, but you know what? It's settling.
It's
And I'm just gonna leave it alone at this point. You know
I
what?
know
It's
so
fine.
many people that have gotten like 1, 2, 3 nose jobs until they're happy. Like,
Well,
honestly.
actually, like, you know, the nose job is probably the number one thing in plastic surgery that people get revisions on.
I know.
because-
It's crazy.
And it's so common. I mean, you know, Melissa had more than one, you know,
Yeah.
she's been open about that. So I think it's normal. I mean, right now I'm just gonna kind of leave it and let it settle because you do have to wait 1 full year and it hasn't been a year yet. So I'm gonna see what happens. But I'll
Yeah.
let you know when I decide.
Will Bill do the touch up on it though? Like, will you let him at least do the revision?
Let him. I've been begging him. He doesn't want to touch me. He doesn't want to touch me. Like, he wouldn't even take out my chin. I was like, just take it out. I hate it. He's like, no, let it settle. You're not letting it settle. So I had to go to one of his colleagues to get it out.
That's
Oh my gosh.